Hi and welcome to Yoga with Ilona. I'm Ilona and today I'm going to be taking you through a 10 to 15 minute stretch routine that's perfect for after a run straight away or later on in the day. This is also a great routine for anyone that just wants to stretch out their body. So we'll start in a standing position. Begin by bringing your hands to heart center. Root yourself into your yoga mat and take a couple of deep breaths in, down into your belly and out through the nose slowly. Helping to calm your nervous system down after your run or even after your day. And from here we're going to take the arms wide up and out into a circle, bring them to touch above you and exhale back down to the heart center. Inhale, take the arms wide and up, exhale through heart center. Make sure to really stretch the arms out as you reach them. Exhale. And then from here we're just going to take a classic arm stretch, taking the right arm across the body. Make sure that you keep the right shoulder pressing down away from the ear, and then you're scooping the arm in towards you with your left hand, stretching out the outside of the shoulder. Remembering to breathe deeply into your belly through the stretches. And on your next exhale, come out and we'll take it straight onto the other side, drawing the left arm in towards the chest with your right hand. And another deep breath here, keeping the left shoulder away from your ear again. And then release out. And now we're going to take the hands down behind the lower back and press away with the knuckles as you interlace the fingers, stretching out the chest here. Often when we're running, we're quite tight with the arms and might even round the shoulders slightly, so it's important to stretch out the chest. Open your heart forwards, keep the tailbone pointing down so you're not taking the back bend into the lower back. You could even move your knuckles from side to side to stretch out both shoulders. And on an exhale, release. And then we're going to bend the knees, take the feet hip-width distance apart, and then fold gently over the legs, taking the belly onto the thighs. So especially if you've been running, the backs of your legs might feel really tight, so just take the belly onto the thighs and bend the knees as much as you need to feel like there's a stretch in the backs of your legs, but you're not pulling on the tendons of the lower back. And then just let your whole body hang heavy over the legs. And maybe sway from side to side. Taking some deep breaths here. Feel the backs of the legs begin to straighten out. And then we'll begin to roll back up to standing very slowly, keeping the knees bent the whole time. And we'll just step the left foot forward and step back with the right foot, taking the toes at a 45-degree angle. So you're not coming into as long a stance as you would for a lunge. Your back foot is wide apart from your front foot, but it's a comfortable space, and your legs are in this triangle shape. And then we're going to turn towards the right side, square off the hips. Inhale to reach forward with the left fingers, and then as you exhale, open up into Trikonasana, triangle pose. This is a fantastic stretch for the backs of the legs and also the outside of this hip. Keep drawing the belly towards the spine to protect your lower back and your core. Keep all the strength in your torso, so you're not putting any weight in that left arm. Your legs and your core strength are holding your body up. And then we'll turn the right heel slightly further towards the back of the mat and turn the hips forwards towards the front of the mat. And then we're going to gently fold over the front leg to stretch out the back of the hamstring, the back of the calf. And you might be really high up here. Just make sure that you take it to a place that feels comfortable for you and not painful. And then taking a few deep breaths in this forward fold. Really extend out the exhales. Feel your whole body releasing and lengthening with each exhale, making sure you're not taking the weight at the head and your neck. Let your head be heavy. And if you want to, you could interlace the hands behind you again and let the knuckles drop over that front leg. And stay there as long as you want to. But as you're ready, on an exhale, scoop your way carefully up, keeping the core strong. And then we're just going to wiggle our way over to the triangle legs on the other side. So scoot your right foot further over towards the right edge of the mat. Take your arms out into a T shape. Maybe adjust the position of the back foot. And then inhale to reach forward with the right fingers. And exhale, open up. Triangle pose on the other side. Keep turning that left hip out to square your hips toward the front of your mat. And you can look up to the hand if you want to, or look down at the mat, whichever's better on your neck. Breathe into the spaces where you feel the stretch. Maybe keeping a micro bend in your right knee if you need to. And then on your next exhale, rotate the left toes slightly further forward and gently fold over the right leg, stretching out the back of the right leg this time. With each exhale, see if you can sink slightly further into the right leg. And again, if you want to interlace the fingers and drop the knuckles overhead, just stretch out the back and the chest again. You'll need to bring a lot of strength into all your toes. And on an exhale, we're going to bring the hands down either side of the right foot and then step back to a plank position. And as you breathe out, push back to downward facing dog. And then you can pedal out the feet there, stretching out the whole body in downward dog. Imagine that you could reach your belly towards your thighs. And then from here, inhale to reach the right leg high. And we're going to bend into the right knee and stack the hips over one another. So rotating the right hip towards the outside of the mat. And then as you exhale, engage the core, scoop the knee forward and bring the right knee between the hands at an angle. So coming down into pigeon pose. Everybody's leg will be bent at a different angle in this pose. For some people, they might be able to bring their shin parallel at the top of the mat. For me, it's more like a 45-degree angle because of how it feels in my knee. So just find a place that feels okay on your knee. If this is enough of a stretch for you in the glute here, then stay lifting up on your fingers. You could even take some blocks either side of you. But we can come down into the full resting pigeon by walking our hands forward and then taking the head onto the hands and resting over the front leg. Breathe into the hips. Breathe into that space where you feel the stretch. Taking full breaths down into your lower belly. Imagine that you could even breathe into the glute where you feel the deep stretch. And a couple more breaths here. And then slowly, with an exhale, walk your hands back up. And then we're going to come under the left toes and with control step back into downward dog. Pedal out the feet again, maybe shake out the right knee. And then we'll take pigeon on the other side. As you're ready, inhaling, reach the left leg up and back. Keep the hips squaring down towards the mat. And then bend the left knee and open the left hip out to the side, stacking the hips on top of one another and dropping the left foot down behind you. And then as you're ready, engage the core, rotate the hips back down and scoop the left knee all the way forward between the hands. Now this might feel super different on the second side, so just work with those differences and appreciate the differences on either side of your body. Take a deep breath here to sink the hips lower down into the mat. And again, if it's enough for you, stay here. Otherwise, with an exhale, walk your way down, bringing the side of your face onto your hands and taking some deep breaths in resting pigeon. Again, noticing how this side feels different to the previous side. Breathe deeply into your belly. Staying as long as you want to there, but when you're ready, on an exhale, slowly come out of pigeon. And breathe in once more and then breathe out to come back to downward facing dog. From here we're going to take a twist. So engaging the core, lift up the right hand and reach back for the outside of the left leg, wherever you can grab on. So it might be up here on the calf or all the way down at the ankle. And look under the left underarm, twisting the torso. Feel that twist in the spine. Try and breathe as fully as you can. And then with an exhale, bring the right hand back to the top of the mat. And as you're ready, come onto the other side, lifting up the left hand and sweeping it all the way back to the outside of your right leg, the ankle, the calf, or even the thigh. And then scooping under the right underarm. Keep your hips square, keep drawing the heels down towards the floor. Feel that twist in your spine and your organs. Breathe into the space where you feel the twist. And then on your next exhale, come back out, back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, bend the knees and come down into a wide child's pose. So taking the knees wide apart, and you can release the arms down by your sides. Spend a moment in child's pose, then make your way up onto your yoga mat into a comfortable seated position. I invite you to close the eyes and find a moment of stillness on your yoga mat. Spending as much time as you can just breathing and connecting with your breath. And now I invite you to bring your hands into a prayer position at your heart center. Bow your head slightly and thank yourself for practicing yoga today. Thank yourself for moving your body. And thank your body for all it allows you to do. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope that you enjoyed this post-run stretch. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a like, and if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and also if you want to get notifications for every time I post a video, then click on the bell underneath. Please do let me know in the comments what kind of videos you would like to see next, what yoga practices you are craving. Many thanks for joining me and have a beautiful day. Goodbye.